We're here in downtown La Mesa, just a block away from our office, and we're gonna try out some new barbecue. This is Sonoran style barbecue. This isn't your average Texas style barbecue that you find all over. This is really focusing on the taste, the flavors, the smells of the southwestern region of the United States and northern Mexico. So if you love barbecue, you gotta check us out here at Papalo.
East County San Diego has a lot to offer. Amazing food, a rich history, tons of community events, and amazing people and organizations. I'm Kyle Whissel with Whissel Realty Group, and this is Everything East County.
Drew, good to see you, man.
Brian, how are you?
Good.
Yeah.
So we're here at Papalo, Sonoran style barbecue.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit, what is that?
So it's inspired by the Sonoran Desert.
Okay.
Driving with my family through the desert a couple years back, it had just rained. I rolled the windows down. The scent of the desert was just overwhelming. There's creosote, rosemary. I smelled smoke and sage and all these beautiful things. And I proclaimed, I want to make food that tastes like this smells.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
As that happened, the term Sonoran style barbecue popped into my mind. And I was certain that it was because the genre already existed. And so as soon as I get back home, I'm like diving deep and looking forward, who the leaders of Sonoran style barbecue are and who's doing it and what's going on and where is it, but I can't find anything. Yet at the same time, I'm getting these visions of dishes and I'm starting to put things together in my mind. I'm going, I think I should just create it because, someone had to create Kansas City style barbecue. Somebody had to create Texas style barbecue. These things always didn't exist. And so it's really a kind of an umbrella for food that's inspired by this region. It's not necessarily Sonoran food or Arizona or California. It's this blanket term for just regional barbecue that now exists.
Now tell me a little bit about your background.
I have a fine dining background. I worked up at Chez Panisse in Berkeley many years ago, and then worked with Brian Malarkey for a while, helped him with a few of his fabric restaurants. And then jumped into fast casual with Tender Greens and learned a really strong business acumen from those guys. Helped work in a couple different regions of the company, and then went on to launch Lola 55 as executive chef, partner, and built out their entire menu in my home kitchen. Traveled all throughout Mexico, worked with a lot of the best chefs in the entire country of Mexico, in Oaxaca, Tulum with the Noma team when they went and took over that space in the jungle in Tulum, stuff like that. So all of this whole story, this whole working in this region of California through Mexico, it all ties together up here. Yeah. And this is what comes out.
Well, we've talked a lot about it. Now I'm hungry. I want to see how it's made. I want to taste the food. Let's go back in the kitchen and check it out.
Let's go. Yeah.
All right, so Chef, go ahead and tell me the first dish we're going to work on right now.
We're going to do our a plate. This plate is going to have broccolini that we blanch first, and then we sear on the plancha. We want to get a nice sear on that. And then our mole barbecue chicken, which is a really nice piece of smoked chicken here.
And these are these thighs here?
Boneless thighs. Yep.
Boneless thighs.
Yeah, these are smoked beautifully. We also like to throw these in the plancha, get a little sear, a little caramelization.
And now, what do you guys have this marinated in?
This chicken is just salt and pepper and then smoked.
Okay.
You'll see once we flip it, it's where it really becomes its own dish because we baste it with the mole barbecue sauce.
Perfect. So I see you got a bunch of wood here. What kind of wood is that?
It's a coastal oak.
Okay. And you guys are smoking here on site, right?
That is correct.
Awesome.
Based with the mole barbecue sauce.
And so tell me for those that don't know what mole barbecue sauce is, tell me what that is.
So this sauce here is the perfect intersection of mole and barbecue sauce itself. So it behaves like a mole in the sense that it'll change and really give you a flavor experience that takes you many different places when you eat it. But it still at the end of the day is barbecue sauce.
Okay.
We make everything from scratch.
Oh, I love that.
So this is not Velveeta or some boxed cheese.
This is not your Kraft mac and cheese.
Correct. So it is almost to our detriment. We make everything from scratch. This is a classic Mornay sauce, which is like a cheese sauce, essentially.
Okay.
We add a little chipotle, some jalapenos, some different jalapeno vinegar, a couple other little secrets in there, and it just becomes velvety and luscious and just everything you would hope mac and cheese would be, and then we top it with some really nice breadcrumbs.
So you guys have a seasonal menu. You guys have a rotating menu. Tell me about that.
We like to keep the vegetable side seasonal. The beef of the day and the pork of the day are kind of at my whim. Most of the time you'll find picanha as the beef of the day or pork shoulder steak.
Okay.
But I wanted the freedom to be able to work with local farmers, local ranchers, to have them give me whatever they have, and then give me the freedom to not be handcuffed to, say, brisket or handcuffed to one cut. I can do what I want and really let our creative juices fly. So these are house-made pickles.
Okay.
Pickled cucumber, pickled red onion. That's a white barbecue sauce. Definitely is a relative of your Alabama white sauce, but it's definitely not your Alabama white sauce.
Okay.
I'm gonna go in with some broccolini here. So now that broccolini has a really nice sear on it, a little bit of some abuelita's special spice there. Feta cheese. We started with cotija, which I love cotija.
Yep.
Feta is so similar, but just a little creamier, and so we just made the decision. We're very happy we did that.
And a little zest of lemon on there,
a little
too.
zest of lemon on there, yeah, absolutely.
That looks really good.
I mean, it's like something you find in a fine dining steakhouse.
Absolutely.
For like $15 by itself, but you get it on a plate.
So we got the mac and cheese here.
Creamy mac
that
and
looks
cheese.
so good.
Oh yeah. And every order we like literally make 2 orders, just like you saw.
Yeah. And what do we got topping on there?
Some herb breadcrumbs.
Okay.
Again, we make those in house with sourdough. A bunch of fresh herbs, and then finally we have the mole barbecue chicken.
All right, so I am super excited to dive into these. These are the mole barbecue. This is the mole barbecue chicken. It's got a little bit of lime zest on top of it. I'm really excited about it. It's really good. The chicken is nice and tender. You have a little spice from the mole. You've got a little sweet, you got a little spicy. That spicy's kicking in a little bit. Really good. If you guys love barbecue, you want to try something different, something a little bit new, something you haven't seen before, you got to check this place out. Again, right here in the heart of La Mesa. I'll be ordering this again for sure. Thanks so much for joining us this week on Everything East County.